The match against Equatorial Guinea turned out to be one of the worst nights in Ivorian football history, especially given the heavy 4-0 defeat suffered at their home stadium in Abidjan. Gonzalo Nacional, with their impressive performance, secured the top spot in Group A, leaving Ivory Coast in a precarious position. The report highlights the disappointment in Ivory Coast's performance, with missed chances and a lack of clinical finishing. Despite having opportunities to avoid the defeat, goals were ruled out for offside, and the absence of Sebastian Haller, a key player up front, was felt. The reaction from the fans was understandably negative, with boos and some fans attempting to get onto the pitch. The frustration among supporters was evident as Equatorial Guinea piled on the misery in the final moments of the game. Now, Ivory Coast's fate in the Africa Cup of Nations hangs in the balance as they must wait for the results of other final group stage fixtures to determine if they can advance as one of the last four best third-placed teams. The goal difference, standing at -3, poses a significant challenge to their hopes of progressing further in the tournament. On the other hand, Equatorial Guinea, known as Giant Killers, will move on to the last 16 with confidence after finishing at the top of Group A. The tournament has seen unexpected twists and turns, and Ivory Coast will need favorable outcomes in other group matches to keep their hopes alive. The next steps for both Ivory Coast and Equatorial Guinea will depend on the unfolding events in the remaining group stage fixtures. It seems like Ivory Coast has faced a significant setback in the Africa Cup of Nations, suffering a 4-0 defeat against Equatorial Guinea. This loss jeopardizes their chances of progressing to the last 16 in the tournament. Equatorial Guinea's veteran captain, Emilio Nsue, played a crucial role in securing the victory with a brace, along with goals from Pablo Gannett and Jan-Nick Baila. Despite the defeat, Ivory Coast will have to wait to see how the remaining group stage fixtures unfold to determine if they can advance as one of the last four best third-placed teams in the tournament. However, their chances might be hindered by a miserable goal difference that now stands at -3. The report mentions missed opportunities for Ivory Coast during the match, with goals ruled out for offside and a lack of quality up front in the absence of Sebastian Haller, who was sidelined due to injury. The fans' reaction was notably angry, with boos and some supporters attempting to get onto the pitch as Equatorial Guinea celebrated their victory. Equatorial Guinea, known as Giant Killers in the tournament, will now advance to the last 16 as Group A winners. Nigeria, securing second place in Group A, will face the runners-up from Group C in their first knockout clash, likely against Guinea or Cameroon. If Ivory Coast manages to squeeze through, they will face a challenging last 16 tie against a third-placed team from Group C, D, or E next Sunday evening. The overall situation for Ivory Coast seems precarious, and their progression will depend on the outcomes of other group stage matches.